Yes, please.
Hello, everyone. A very good evening. Starting with the meeting, first of all, I would require the President Rotarian Lal Goyal to please confirm the minutes of the last meeting.
The minutes of the last meeting was circulated, and as we have not received any comments or any objections, so I presume that everybody has approved it. So I confirm the minutes of the last meeting.
Thank you very much. Going forward with the agenda for the meeting today, so we have a very interesting topic for discussion today, which is healthy diet, healthy organs, which is being conducted by Ms. R.D. Neha Kawa, National Registered Dietitian and Nutritionist based out of Mumbai. So I would now take the opportunity to give a brief profile of Ms. Neha. So Ms. Neha is a National Registered Dietitian and Nutritionist based out of Mumbai, as I already mentioned. She is a BHSC in Food and Nutrition, PG in Applied Nutrition and Dietetics, as well as certification in Sports Nutrition. She has done course of Functional Medicine in Clinical Nutrition, certification in Sports Nutrition, certification in Cosmetology. She is also having 13 years of experience in clinical nutrition and weight management. Her specialization includes nutrition planning, diet planning, community health talks, corporate health talks, school health talks, panel discussions, group discussions, as well as online consultations in India as well as overseas. So with such an illustrious profile, we are very happy to have you, Ms. Neha, and we look forward to hearing from you everything about nutrition and so many myths around it that exist around. So I already have a lot of questions going around in my head, but looking forward to hear you first.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the introduction. I feel great to be part of this organization and share my knowledge among you guys. So I would be definitely looking forward to solving all the queries. Shall I share my screen?
Yeah, please.
Please go ahead.
So today's topic is healthy diet and healthy organs. So we all know our body has so many organs and they are supposed to do all the functions which they have been designed for, and it's our duty to take care of those organs so that we have a healthy life. So, just like a well tuned orchestra, each organ plays a vital role in keeping us healthy. By fueling our bodies with the right nutrients, we can promote optimal function and reduce the risk of chronic diseases. So, if we are taking good care of our organs, so definitely we have a bright and healthy future where our visits to the doctors are minimum and we are happy. So let me discuss what organs one by one. The first most important one is gut health. Gut is the most important.
Excuse me. Just please keep your everyone to be on mute, please. Co-host, please mute them. Yeah, sorry. Please go ahead.
So gut is the most important organ. As we know, whatever we eat, all the digestion, absorption, and assimilation, everything happens through gut. So therefore, it becomes a very important organ. If your gut is not healthy, then whatever you are eating, whatever nutrients you expect from your food that your body should get, will not get it. Okay. So gut is a home of trillions of microorganisms called gut microbiome. We all know that our body has good microorganisms and bad microorganisms. So your gut organisms should be more towards good side because they play crucial role in digestion, nutrient absorption, and immunity. Yes, your gut health plays a very important role in giving immunity to your body. An imbalanced gut, that means if the bad bacteria is high, then it might lead to various health problems.
क्या करना है?
We talk about
Please
Only
mute.
support.
Oh, excuse me, just okay. Please go ahead.
So whenever I hear someone talking, I'll mute them. But
Yeah,
before
please.
that, I can't do actually.
Yeah, please do that. Thank you. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah. So when we talk about gut health and microorganisms, so these microorganisms should be good microorganisms number should be on the higher end as compared to bad microorganisms. So how do we make sure that this balance is maintained? So we have foods which contribute to these bacteria. Those are called prebiotics and probiotics. Probiotics, most of us are aware of it that we get probiotics from curd, yogurt, any kind of fermented food. But prebiotics, many less people are aware of prebiotics, that actually prebiotic is food for these probiotics. So probiotic is your live bacteria, the good microorganisms. If you feed this good microorganisms with food, so they will flourish. And always the number of good bacteria would be on the higher side. So your prebiotics is nothing but non-digestible fibers, which we usually get from fruits, seeds, nuts, vegetables. Okay, so these are the sources of probiotic food and prebiotic food. So as I mentioned, probiotic, which are good bacteria, we get it from yogurt, any kind of fermented food, fermented vegetables, pickled vegetables, sourdough, kimchi, kombucha, sauerkraut. These are the sources of probiotics, and prebiotics is food for these probiotics. So your prebiotics are banana, oats, garlic, onion, soybean, and any kind of non-digestible fiber, what you get from whole grain, seeds, nuts, all that contribute to prebiotics. Now, what are the food that causes damage to the gut? Okay, so the first most important one is sugar. As we know that sugar is an inflammatory food, so that affects the good bacteria. It helps in growth of bad bacteria. Hence, there is an imbalance of good and bad bacteria, which can cause digestive issue, inflammatory issue, bowel disease, and may also lead to obesity. So gut is a very important organ which affects all these metabolic functions in the body. Then next we come and talk about fats. So we all know that we have good fats, we have bad fats. So when your intake of bad fat, that is usually found in processed food and packaged food, red meat, they cause lots of inflammation in the gut, because of which there is an imbalance of the microorganisms, and hence again the bad bacteria increases as compared to good bacteria. Next is alcohol. We know that anything in excess is bad for our body, and alcohol consumption on an excessive side will definitely kill the good bacteria, once again affecting your internal intestinal lining. That means your digestion and absorption will be drastically affected. So excessive alcohol consumption will also affect your gut health. Now we come to liver. We know that liver is the powerhouse. Whatever toxins your body gets, it is being metabolized and eliminated from the body with the help of liver. So your liver health is extremely important, because it does many functions in the body. More than what I have listed on the screen, it is involved in many functions. First of all, hormone production and detoxification. As I mentioned, it also helps in red blood cells decomposition, cholesterol synthesis, glycogen regulation and storage. It also helps in protein synthesis, iron storage, bile production, toxins deactivation. As I mentioned, it helps in detoxifying your body, and also helps in release of glucose and absorption of vitamins and minerals. So when liver has so many functions in our body to do, it's our duty to make sure that our liver is healthy, so that it is able to do all these functions for our body. foods to avoid for liver health. So as I mentioned, anything which has high amount of sugar, fat is very dangerous for your liver health. Though eating these foods once or twice is not going to directly affect the liver, but consistent intake of all these foods on regular basis in one form or the other will definitely add on to your liver toxicity, and your liver health would go on degenerating further and further. Then we talk about heart health. As we know that heart disease is increasing in India because we are not being able to take care or not being able to give what keeps our heart healthy. So when you look at this circle, uh, the red things which are mentioned has to be excluded from your lifestyle. The green ones are one which will take care of your heart, and purple and blue is something which is not in our control. It is related to genetic aging, so that is not voluntary. So when we talk about heart health, eating a healthy diet, being physically active, taking vitamins and antioxidants from your food is extremely important. On the other hand, what is dangerous for your heart is having inaccurate or inadequate diet in terms of nutrition, which leads to obesity. So you have to be very careful of what you are eating so that your heart is healthy. Cigarette smoking is another a very big risk factor for your heart health. So cigarette is a big no, and excess alcohol consumption. So when you see all the organs are affected, they have some common parameters which affect the organs. So over and above cigarette smoking, alcohol, unhealthy diet, these are the risk factors for your organ health. So it is very important that you make sure that your lifestyle is clean and includes less amount of all these factors. So when you can see heart health on the left hand side, where you say when you eat fresh fruits and organic food or food that are naturally available in nature will always give you a better heart health as compared to processed food, packaged food, ready to eat food. So if you are looking at maintaining a good heart health, these are some do's and don'ts which are mentioned, where you have to restrict your red meat and shift towards eating good fatty fish which has good fat in it. From dairy, too much of dairy in the diet is not good because nowadays there are too many hormones and chemicals present in the milk which causes inflammation in the body, which is again harmful for all the organs. So your main source of fat should come from nuts and seeds, avocados, a good quality of oil, though the overall oil consumption should be in range, say about 3 to 4 teaspoons in a day, not more than that. But it has to be a good quality of fat that does not add to your bad cholesterol. Then we talk about lifestyle factors in modern life that contribute to health problems. First is diet. Diet has drastically changed in last 10 to 15 years, where people are more dependent on processed food, ready to eat food, and ordering food from various food joints. So that is a very unhealthy practice what people have started adapting. Rather than cooking a small meal, now they have started ordering on phone because the delivery is quick or any XYZ reason. So that is one thing what we need to focus on, that the traditional eating habits of home cooked food has to be continued if you want your organs to be healthy, if you want yourself to be fit and progress towards healthy aging. Because the more amount of processed and chemical based food is entering our body, it is causing early aging and early degeneration of organs. Second is sedentary lifestyle. Lack of exercise weakens the heart and muscles and contribute to fatty liver disease. you have like we have seen that nowadays most of the jobs are sedentary. People are sitting and doing on their laptop or on the phone. There is least amount of physical activity in most of the population unless they consciously go out and do some kind of exercise, which is very much needed. So being physically active, maybe incorporating in your lifestyle or getting some special time for yourself, rather than having a screen time, you should take that time and contribute to being physically active so that your heart and muscles are active and you keep aging a gentle process. Environmental toxins, pollution and exposure to chemicals can harm various organs. We know that pollution has increased, dust, chemicals, everything is being exposed so much that it has started affecting organs. The occurrence of cancer has increased. That is because of environmental pollution and also pollution what we are putting in the body. So all processed and chemicals, what food that comes in packet is a kind of pollution for our body, which is harming our organs. Fourth is stress. Chronic stress can raise blood pressure and weaken the immune system, impacting the overall health. At early age, people have so much stress that their sleep is affected, their eating pattern is affected. Young generation do like they are working 12 to 14 hours in a day. They do not have a good lifestyle, no sleeping time, no eating time. They just run behind job and whatever they get on hands they eat that. There is binge watching till late night, then getting up early in the morning. So because of these, the stress which is developed in the body is not able to repair the body on its own. So as we know that our body has an auto healing capacity, our body is scientifically made so brilliantly that if you sleep well, your body can reset for your next day. That means whatever ups and downs, whatever physical damage, hormonal damage has been happened in your body can auto heal it if you sleep well. But this sleep should be between 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. If you sleep for 6 to 8 hours between this time frame, then your body has good ability to auto heal, and next day you are ready with a fresh body. But if you don't get enough sleep, then there is a stress buildup. So it goes on building up, which will impact your overall health. Now you can see the category of food that affects your organ. So heart health is usually affected with unhealthy eating practices, too much of sugar, maida, fatty food going in. Your stomach and gut is affected by again junk food and processed food along with alcohol. Your kidneys are affected when your food has high amount of salt in terms of preservatives and chemicals coming in from packaged and processed food. Your kidneys are mostly affected by the smoke or the pollution what we inhale. So you have to make sure that you keep yourself away from passive smoking and active smoking both. Liver is majorly affected if there is increased alcohol, excessive intake of alcohol. And brain is affected when your diet is very high in sugar, junk food, processed food, too much of alcohol is going in. Now, what is the risk factor to the organs, to all the organs? If I have to say, a high visceral fat leads to organ dysfunction. If you can see in the first picture, there is lowest risk because the fat percent in the body is really less. All the organs are able to do its function. Moderate risk is when you have more of subcutaneous fat, that is the outer layer of the fat, but your organs are still functioning because they are not yet covered with fat. But when you look at the last picture, which shows the highest risk, that means most of the organs are covered with layer of fat, because of which it is not able to perform its function. Hormone secretion, digestive juices secretion, any kind of exchange of nutrients, vitamins, minerals is not being happening because the organ is layered with fat, and hence it is not able to do its function. So the highest risk is with people who have high amount of abdominal fat and a stubborn fat. Even after trying, if you are not losing that fat, that means it's a stubborn and visceral fat that is covering your organs, and it is very important that you take call for that and make sure that you lose that visceral fat, that is fat covering your organs, as soon as possible. And very easiest way to know whether you have visceral fat or no, most of the organs are in abdomen area. So if you have a higher abdominal fat, that is your tummy fat, that means your visceral fat percent is on the higher side, and that should be the focus if you want to keep your organs healthy. Now, let's talk about xenobiotics. We have heard about probiotics, prebiotics, antibiotics. So this is a new term which has come in called as xenobiotics. Okay, xenobiotics, what exactly is xenobiotics? Xenobiotic is anything which enters our body which is not required and is in the synthetic form. Okay, so environment pollutants, that is pollution in the environment, pesticides, which is present in your fruits and vegetables these days. It is made with so much of chemicals, oil mixtures, synthetic polymers that you get from your usage of plastics, hydrocarbons, also food additives, whatever packaged and processed food you take. It has so many food additives added to it that all these are toxins for our body. So xenobiotics is the artificial toxin that enters our body is called xenobiotics. And to keep your organs safe, it is very important that you make sure that all these things are not being added to your regular diet. Now, for example, when we talk about bread, which is one of the food that is there as a part of regular routine for some of the Indians. So when we talk about Britannia bread, if you look at the ingredients, okay, it has whole wheat atta, 62%, yeast, wheat bran, sugar, iodized salt, edible oil, which is in the form of palm oil, the cheapest quality of oil. And then you can see some numbers mentioned. Class 2 preservatives, 282. Improvers, 1100, 104, 102, sorry, 1104, 1102. Emulsifiers 471, 481, 472, acidity regulator 260, and flow treatment agent 520. So all these numbers, whatever I read, are preservatives, are chemicals which are being going in our body. So more the frequency of these foods entering our body, more the toxins are going in our body. And that means you're loading your body with so much of toxins. This is another example of regular eating biscuits, which people feel कि okay, हमारे biscuit तो light होता है, it's not made of maida and it is healthy, and also many a times many doctors recommend to have Mari biscuit, but when you look at it, it also has so many preservatives. The red mark tables which you can see, all these are preservatives which are harmful for your body. So what are these toxins? So as I said that to detoxify your body, your liver is the main organ which detoxifies. So all these toxins are usually in fat soluble form. Okay. So your liver has to break down these toxins with the help of B vitamins, folic acid, glutathione, and flavonoids. These are the vitamins required. If you are deficient in these vitamins, then your toxins won't be breaking down and it will stay in your body as it is, causing organ damage. So if you have these vitamins, then these vitamins are transferred to phase 2, where they become water soluble and then they are excreted from the body. So for excretion also you need so many nutrients and vitamins, minerals present. For example, methionine, magnesium, glutathione, vitamin C, taurine, glutamine, folic acid, choline. All in presence of all these vitamins and minerals, then only toxins would be excreted from your body. If you are deficient of any of these nutrients, then these toxins will stay in your body causing organ damage. So it is very important to understand that if you are overloading liver with so many toxins, then at a time liver will give up, and these detoxification process will also come to an end, wherein your body is just storing on toxins, which may lead to many kind of autoimmune disease, inflammatory disease, cancer. That is one of the reason also the occurrence of cancer has been increased, because the intake of nutrients and nutrition has come down and the intake of toxins have increased. So example of clean packaged food. If you say okay, like what would be, what to eat if it is a packaged food. So if you look at Quaker Oats, if you look at the ingredients, there is a single ingredient present, says rolled oats. That is a single ingredient present. If you look at roasted chana, ingredient will mention grams. And if you look at makhana ingredients, it will mention makhana. There is nothing else added to it. So these are clean packaged food. So whenever you look at any packaged food, you should look at ingredients, and any packaged food which has 3 or less than 3 ingredients are safe for consumption. So whenever you eat any packaged food or whenever you pick up any packaged food, first look at the ingredients and then you ask yourself whether this is safe or no. Whatever numbers are mentioned are all numbers given to the chemicals. So more the numbers, more the chemicals entering in your body. So this was my small presentation on organ health, how food affects organ health. And if any other questions I need to address, please let me know. I would be glad to answer them.
Thank you very much, Neha ji. And please close your sharing the screen so we can see each
Yes.
other. And so thank you very much for giving such a wonderful your presentation. My question before I will open to everyone. Today, all the packaged foods, including bread, including biscuits, everywhere, we can see palm oil. My question to you is palm oil safe? If not, then what is the remedy? Because as you have shown, the biscuits having palm oil, bread is having palm oil. It means everything whatsoever we are eating, if they are, and what my knowledge says that palm oil is very harmful for the eyes. Now we would like to know from you as an expert, what is the remedy, what we have to do, because palm oil, every package is having palm oil. And I was also told that if the palm oil is coming within first three things, it means the
Yes.
quantity of that particular palm oil is far more than any other ingredients. The first three are the most
Yes.
missing. So what
So
is your opinion about that?
Yeah. So basically, ingredients, there is a rule, like ingredients has to be mentioned from in the descending order. That means highest being first, and as the portion is there in the packaged food, it has to go in that way. So in first three, if palm oil is in the first three categories, so first of all, it has to be a simple no for that product. You have to make sure that you have your list of products, packaged foods that you can include in your diet. As I mentioned about oats, so it has a single ingredient. So likewise, you choose packaged food which you feel it's readily. For example, khakra can be one of them. Also nowadays we have baked cookies, and palm oil is used because it is very cheap in manufacturing. The first tip what I would like to give is to exclude these, like stick to more of home cooked food or snacks which are being homemade. There are many people who make homemade snacks. So choose those foods, because once the palm oil goes inside your body, there is no remedy to excrete that. Only keeping yourself active, being making sure that you are physically active, drinking plenty of fiber in your diet, you can balance your fat levels in your body. So that would be the only remedy. But the first option would be to limit intake of these packaged food. These packaged foods are basically convenient food. Whenever the food is not available, that is the time we choose this food, but not that evening में कुछ खाने के लिए नहीं है तो let me eat some biscuits. It shouldn't be a case. Whenever you are
Right.
traveling, availability of food is not there. That is the time you choose this packaged food.
No, my question is again that it means that we should not eat bread at all. It in India, I don't know about the other countries because this time I'm going to check whether they are also using palm oil or not. We should not eat or give out to our children biscuits of any type of biscuits because all the biscuits, even if you see the Monaco biscuit, they also have the palm oil. Every biscuit is having palm oil.
Even NutriChoice biscuits, any health biscuits will have vegetable. Some of them mention palm oil. Some of them like very smartly just mention vegetable oil. So that has to be
But everyone
restricted.
is using palm oil. Even the restaurants are using palm oil. They are not mentioning because if you are going to a restaurant, they will not mention which oil they are using. So according to you, we should not go anywhere. We should eat food only made from your own kitchen, and we should not eat any packaged food, and especially to the children, because I was told that it's very, very harmful for the children. What you say about that?
So their development, their milestone achievement and development is definitely impaired when they eat so much of packaged food with so much loaded with palm oil, specifically these chips, and because chips is fried, so fried in palm oil only. So as far as I would suggest, it has to be excluded. As a family, we should not just for kids. As a family, it should be like very occasional.
Okay, thank you very much. Now it's open for everyone to ask questions. Whosoever wants, just please ask the question. Yes, I think Dr. Ritika Gupta. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Neha, your speech, I mean, the presentation that you gave was very, very knowledgeable, and we got to hear so many things that are very, very valuable for us. There are a few questions that I would like to ask. There are many more, but I would leave it to just two maybe. So I wanted to know from you that there exists some kind of probiotics in the market like Yakult and maybe an Enterogermina or something like those. Are they medicinal or they can be given to children or be consumed by adults to like replenish the probiotics in the body occasionally? And secondly, my question is, what is your intake on, your point of view regarding consuming a protein powder? So there's so many people that these days are recommending consuming protein powder, considering that, you know, our vegetarian food diet is very, very deficient of protein. So what is your take on consumption of a protein powder? I'm sure there are many sources like maybe say tofu or chana or something like that, but still protein powder should be consumed or not.
So
Please do.
first we talk about probiotics. So for us, the best probiotic is curd. Okay. So now many people have this tendency of getting cold with eating curd every day. So in that case, a freshly made curd will not cause any kind of cold and cough. Like you keep for curdling in the morning, have it in the afternoon, then evening. So no probiotic is as good as curd. So first of all, I would ask you to stick to that if it is for general intake of probiotic. And when we talk about Yakult, and if you must have seen my first ingredient which impairs the gut health is sugar.
Sugar, right.
If you look at Yakult, it has almost like 10 ml has around 7 to 8 grams of sugar in it.
Right.
Okay. So at one side it says it's a probiotic. On the other side it has so much of sugar. So sugar will always kill the good bacteria, which we are trying to build. So again, it's a contraindicated. Okay, so there we have to pay attention. And Enterogermina, anyone can take, anyone who has gut issue can take, because again it's a source of probiotic. So usually doctors recommend only when you have any indigestion issue or loose motion or diarrhea or something like that, any food poisoning. So they usually recommend in their course. But otherwise, Enterogermina can be taken with for adults and kids both. And coming to your protein question, so if you are not able to intake your like if your regular protein intake is not consistent, for example, if you weigh 60 kgs, So 60 like 60 grams is your protein intake. If you think that consistently on daily basis you're not able to intake that much amount of protein, then it would be a good idea to add protein powder. But again, there is a wide range of protein supplements available in the market. So which one to choose, whether to choose a vegan protein or a whey protein or a seed protein. So it depends like how is your digestive system and where, like which part during the day you want to add protein, whether you are exercising, you are not exercising. So your timing of the protein will also change. But taking a protein supplement is not a bad idea if you are consistently not been taking protein from dietary sources. For example, if I cannot eat paneer every day, I cannot eat tofu every day, I do not make dal every day. So then
Ma'am,
in that,
even if I consume that every day, but still it will not replenish my body requirement of 1 gram per kg of weight. So, I mean,
actually,
having 2 eggs, maybe a bowl
yeah,
of dal and a paneer dish in the dinner will not suffice my requirement of protein.
no, it won't. And additionally, the vegetarian protein is little bulky. Okay, like for example, if you have a one bowl of sprouts, which will approximate give you 10 grams of protein, a big bowl of sprout salad, suppose you have. Okay, so that will make you so full that you won't be able to eat anything else. So in that case, you're missing out on other part of the meal.
Okay.
So that is the reason because anything in liquid form is absorbed early. So even if you have a protein shake, still you will be able to have some part of your meal.
Got it, got it.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you. Another question, please. Yes, please.
Thank you, ma'am.
Miss Neha, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Okay. Now, there is one important concern I have. If I go to a library to find out information about nutrition and metabolism, I have to make sure librarian helps me find a reliable source of information. But when I go to internet, I have no reliable source whether I am having genuine information, genuine scientific information, or I am having a scam information. Now, as a nutritionist, do you know of any service which helps filter out bad science from good science? Because our health is the most important asset, perhaps the best wealth we have. And the second question I have is, today it is not possible for every common person to acquire that high level of sophisticated science. I was a biology student. I was also in an agriculture graduate. So I know two sides of zoology and botany. I understand the science which I see in library, which I see on internet. We cannot expect that everyone. So my second important question is, as a nutritionist, how do I create a WhatsApp group of say 200, 300 good friends and well-meaning friends who will listen to me and follow my advice? 2 points.
Okay. So on second question, you want to create a networking WhatsApp group, you mentioned, of only nutritionists and dietitians?
No, non-scientific people
Okay.
on one end and a couple of experts like you, me, and others on the other end,
Okay.
and they have a conversation.
Okay, sir. So such communities are definitely there. On WhatsApp, I'm not very sure, but on Facebook, we do have such communities where there are experts on the panel and members put their queries and we help with their expert opinion. For example, I am there in a parenting group as a nutritionist where we have also MBBS doctors, we have child counselors, we have psychologists. So parents, it is a progressive parenting community. So where they put queries and we answer. So there are such platforms, they are available. So maybe you can create your own community and people can join with your references. And regarding your first question, like because internet gives you information, it is basically not a place to get knowledge. So I would advise you to stick to the books, library books for the knowledge. And if you are looking on internet, then go for articles and research papers rather than going through various blogs, because there are n number of blogs available on internet. But what you have to check is the authenticity, whether it's a research paper or it's from any medical institution. That is what we do. If we are looking for any information, we try to check the research papers and the authentic
Okay,
papers.
thank you very much, Neha ji. There are many, our members are waiting for the questions.
Can I
Yes,
ask one question?
yeah, please go ahead. Whosoever wants to ask. One question.
I-
First,
I-
we'll take one
I-
question round, then the second again. Yeah.
Yeah. One question. I got 3-4 questions, but I'll ask only one question, which is normally it is being bothering everyone. At least I get bothered. See, you have shown the picture of a Britannia bread, which is a normal bread. Now there are multigrain breads that is also made of palm oil. They are also using the palm oil.
Yes, sir.
Correct. So we can we stop using that also?
Sir, see, it depends like what is your current health status and what you want to achieve. If I
No.
want to be healthy till 80, 90, then yes, I will not eat that bread. But
So
it also
no
depends
amount
how
of any type
frequently,
of bread
how
is not
frequently you
advisable.
are eating. Like if you are eating twice or thrice a week, then maybe you can come down to once a week, then gradually come down to once in 15 days. So anything in moderation is okay. It is not that complete no, but when you are eating, you should be aware what you are putting in the body.
Okay, thank you very much.
So no,
Pratul
I'm
Agrawal
talking
ji.
about I'm only
Sorry.
talking about two set of bread. One is a multigrain, another is made of maida, another is made of a multigrain. So which one is much better as compared to other one?
Sir, I would say in that case, like nowadays, wheat and maida are equally polished and both do not have so much difference in terms of fiber. So rather than going for an expensive whole grain bread or multigrain bread, instead you put more amount of fiber in your sandwiches, more amount of salad. Make it a big sandwich that eating one sandwich is more than enough.
Okay, thank you.
My second question is, sorry,
Pradeep ji, sorry. Pradeep ji, sorry. Pradeep ji,
now a
sorry.
lot of people are insisting for the ghee or desi, and there are two types of ghee. One ghee is full of fat. Another ghee is now these days coming ghee ghee. Now which one is the better one? And whether the ghee contains of
Usually we recommend
the fat.
cow's ghee, pure cow's ghee, but provided that you are 110% sure that it is pure.
Now, how do you ensure that?
Sir, that you have to see the source from you are getting it, because there are so many brands available. Everyone claims Shuddha ghee, but then it ranges from like 1,000 to 3,000 also per kg. So
Take
from
for
where you are
instance,
sourcing is very important.
no, I'll tell you. For
Pradeep
instance,
ji,
Ramdev Baba's ghee,
Pradeep
Patanjali
ji,
ghee, Sri ghee. There are
Is
many
not pure, sir.
ghee available which is associated with the the Babas. So which one is considered to be better?
Sir, I would suggest if you procure from a village where they own their cows and buffaloes, that would be the pure ghee.
Okay, thank you
We
very much.
are all
Pratul Agrawal ji,
I
please
also
ask
have
the
one
question.
small question, sir.
Yeah, Pratul
Not
Agrawal ji.
possible,
Let the
no?
Pratul Agrawal is asking.
And next can be Rotarian Deepan, Mr.
Yeah,
Deepan. He
Pratul
has
ji.
his hand raised up for a very.
Pratul ji, yes, please.
Hello. Welcome, ma'am. I'm
Yes, sir.
Pratul Agrawal.
Question, please. Question. We have very less
Yeah.
time left.
Yeah, I
One
also
question.
have one small
Nowadays,
question.
people flock to have brown bread. But in my opinion, it's
Question,
not fair.
please.
Because
We
bran
want
is so
question.
cold. Bran is so cold, you can't make even roti of that bran. To make bread of the bran, I think if too many chemicals are used and they are more harmful. And there is a misconception that people go for brown bread. And second, my question is, what is the role of water and fasting in detoxing your body?
Sir, fasting definitely helps to detoxify your body. So the concept of fasting is more time you are in the fasting state, your body has time to heal. Because if you are constantly eating, so your body's entire energy and focus is on digesting food and not on healing. That is the concept. That is where the concept came from of fasting for longer hours, so that your body gets more hours to heal. More the body auto heals, you stay more detoxified and more energetic.
Neha ji, here the counter thing is the doctors nowadays says don't fast, because if you are not taking food in time, that if his person is a diabetic, he will be in trouble. Even for a normal person, they says you should have 4 or 5 meals a day, small quantity, but don't fast. What you say about it?
Sir, diabetics definitely cannot fast because they have to maintain that normal glucose level. So for them, eating less and eating more, both is harmful. And for other people, basically,
Even like person like me who had a heart attack, the doctor clearly says don't fast in your life at all. You take 2, 3, 5, 6 meals after every 2, 3 hours. Do you think I should fast? Go for fast as your advice?
it is very individualistic. For example, intermittent fasting doesn't suit me, but I do recommend it to my clients for whom it is easy to follow. And intermittent fasting, people just restrict their meals, but they have a small eating window where they are supposed to eat the complete nutrition. It is not that out of suppose 1200 calories, you are eating only 800. No, you in that small eating window, you have to complete 1200 calories. Then
Okay.
nutritionally, you are fulfilled.
Okay, the next question, please.
Do you agree brown bread is more harmful?
Yes,
Yes.
sir. I agree. If you're eating, it's better to eat normal bread. Just put more amount of
What should be the
vegetables.
ideal diet then
Yeah, please go ahead.
for
Question.
maintaining a healthy life and healthy lifestyle and healthy organs? What, according to you, should be a vegetarian healthy diet?
Including whole grains and cereals, protein being part of each meal, salad and protein. Okay, salad, dal, beans. This is has to be there in all the meals.
ऐसे मत करना बेटा.
Okay, excluding sugar, too much of fried and spicy food has to be restricted, and dinner has to be the lightest meal of the day.
Okay, thank you. Next question, please, Hemlata ji.
Yes, sir. No, actually, Neha ji, she told about the fat soluble toxins and water soluble waste. That is in phase 1 and phase 2. That phase 2, can you please clearly explain what are the nutrients that are needed for us? Exactly.
Ma'am, actually, whenever your body toxins are usually in fat soluble form, all the toxins are usually in fat soluble form. So your liver breaks down in presence of vitamins. Okay, and from phase 1, it gets converted to phase 2 where they become water soluble. So for that, many vitamins, methionine, glutathione, all these nutrients are required.
Okay.
To help it excrete from the body. You can see the slide. You can take the screenshot if you want.
Yeah. Okay.
So we will share your PPT. Is it allowed, Ms. Neha?
Yes, sir. Yes,
To all
sir.
our members. So please don't worry. We will share this PowerPoint presentation to all of you. So then you can have the fair idea. And if any questions, you can ask further also.
Thank
Now,
you. Please share this, PPT.
yeah, we will share. I will be sharing you. I already told. Now, please ask further questions, please. Yeah.
Rotarian Deepan Shah, your hand is up
Yeah,
for
yeah,
a very
Rotarian
long
Deepan
time.
Shah,
If
please.
you have
Yes.
a question, please
Please
ask.
say his
Yes,
name,
yes,
please. I am confused who's the one iPhone
So,
I can see.
yeah, that's what me. I forget to put my name. And good.
And there's
Thanks,
one
Ritika.
iPhone is also there. The problem is that we will not be able to give the attendance. We don't know who is using this iPhone. Anyway,
So
please.
the second one is Jignat, and we both
Okay,
forget
okay,
to.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And,
Please.
yeah. Thank you very much, Ritika, to notice my reason. And very, very wonderful presentation by Miss Neha. And I would like to chip in few stuffs. In America, used to be in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, palm olive oil, every fast restaurant, fast food chain, McDonald's, Burger King, they used to. And I think recently, last few years, 10, 15 years, FDA ban or minimize them. So all palm olive industry is a very big industry in Southeast Asian countries. So Indian big business people own the farming there. Now America is not consuming. So all those palm oil, the cheap oil, worst oil for heart, they're going in a market like India. So what we do here at our home, me and my wife, since last so many years, we use organic extra virgin oil is our primary oil. Even we fry, we don't eat much fry item, but every day we use extra virgin. And second, other week we use avocado oil, organic avocado oil. For gut bacteria is very, very important for our health, right? And I really love Ms. Neha, the way she explained. So for gut bacteria, gut is controlling ultimately all these good bacteria controls our organ and tissue of the body. So we take every day kefir. Kefir has the Lactobacillus kefiri. Lactobacillus kefiri is a wonderful bacteria along with our regular yogurt. We also take kumcha. Miss Neha might be knows. Kumcha is a Japanese one of the very wonderful drink that we take. We make sure that daily amount of protein we take through our regular vegetarian food, as well as we take organic whey protein or pea protein powder every day, 25 gram. We do take along with it. And for gut bacteria and protein, our regular daily diet, we have a Greek yogurt we take every day, along with cottage cheese for good protein also. So this is what we do, and I see a lot of within me, my blood work, my energy, our energy level, our blood work is a way other way around change. But anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Any other question, please? Okay, my question to you is, what do you think about keto diet? Is it affecting the organs? Because high protein diet, whether it will affect the organs or not, because we all know that if you take high protein, it affects the kidney. So what is your take about the keto diet? Because it's become a fashion to have the keto diet. Ms. Neha, please.
Sir, keto diet, composition of keto diet is taking high amount of fat in your diet with moderate protein and least carbohydrate. So before going, it is very important to check first what are your lipid levels, what is your cholesterol, what is your triglycerides. Without knowing your body's current status, you cannot go on a keto diet, because you are loading your body with so much of fat. So if your body already had so much of fat in your blood, then it will affect in a wrong way. So it is going to give a negative impact. So without being supervised, you cannot follow a keto diet, because a person who is on a keto diet has to every day check their ketone bodies. And one single meal is more than enough to get yourself out from ketosis. So it's a very supervised diet, and you cannot just blindly follow eating too much of fat.
One more diet which is very popular nowadays is vegan diet. Whether vegan diet is affecting our organs?
No, sir. Vegan diet is a healthy lifestyle, because nowadays milk also has so much of hormones and chemicals in it. Hence, people are moving towards vegan and not having. Also, the meat is with so much of chemicals processed. So hence, people are shifting towards vegan. So vegan includes more of natural food. So
but doctor says that lack of dairy products is also harmful for the body and especially the organs.
But
yes, please go ahead.
I also have a similar question about you mentioned about intermittent fasting. So how healthy it is, and actually how much maximum hour gap you can have?
So initially, minimum 12 hours fasting is like very basic. Everyone should have minimum 12 hours of fasting so that your body can heal. Then you can move towards 14, 16 and 18 hours of fasting. But the thing remains constant is that your nutrition intake should complete within that short eating window. You cannot exclude eating your daily fruits, salads from where you're getting your vitamins and minerals. Okay, so your entire nutrition profile should be achieved within that short eating window. That is the main thing which you have to follow, that your nutritional requirement should be fulfilled, and then you can fast.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions, please?
So how to fulfill our protein need? Sprouts.
Sorry?
May sprouts fulfill our protein need?
Sir, as I mentioned, protein is vegetarian protein is very bulky. So 1 bowl of sprouts gives you around 7 to 8 grams of protein. A small bowl. At the same time, 1 egg will give you 6 grams of protein. So satiety value of 1 egg is lesser. So along with 1 egg, you will still be able to eat other food. Whereas along with sprouts, you would be half already satiated. Then you won't be able to eat more portion of food along with that.
Okay.
So, but
Okay.
sprouts do have protein in it.
Okay. Any other questions, or shall we just give thanks to Neha ji and then we can do our other work?
What about role of water? Does water detoxify?
Yes, water
That
is
we
the
think
very
about, that's very
important
important.
nutrient in detoxification. As I mentioned that why it is transferred to water soluble form, because then only it would be excreted from the body.
Yeah, we should take water before food. There should be some gaps. We should
Gap,
not
45
take water with the
minutes to
food.
1 hour gap should be there before and after food. Only very little water, like if you want to just clean your mouth, utna pani thoda sa is okay, because so that your digestion and absorption is happening accurately in your stomach.
Okay, thank you very much, Neha ji. If you want to stay back, you can stay back. I think we should move to the another agenda. The another agenda is that from tomorrow we are going to have from Monday we have a hectic programs at North India. Every day one program in different parts. On 6th we are going to have in a school called KDS school in Mathura, where we will be talking about the importance of organ donation. Then the next day, that is the 7th, we are going to form a Interact club at Gyandeep school. So this will be the first club at Gyandeep school, courtesy our Rotarian advocate Ramesh Sharma. We must give a big claps to him, although he is not present, because it's a milestone for our club to have the first Interact club. Then the next is on 8th, we are going to start the Rotaract Club at RBS College, Agra. We must give a clapping to the courtesy, because it is possible only because of our Vice President Rotarian Divpal Sharma. We must all give claps to him. And so this is the and the 9th, we have a program at Lucknow, where I will be addressing about the myth and facts about organ donation to the Saraswati Dental College Hospital in front of the faculty and students. And the courtesy goes to our honorary Rotarian Pradeep Mathur, who is not there, but we must give claps to him because he has organized that program. And on 10th, we are going to have a program at Birla School, which is a very premier school at Mathura. And the program that is the role of school in organ donation. We must give thanks to our Rotarian youth, the director of youth, Rotarian Girdhari Agrawal, who has organized this program. We should give claps to him. So this is a program from Monday to Friday. We have programs. Then on Saturday, at Delhi, I have a brainstorming session there, where I have called a few people to discuss about organ donation. So it's a fact. My request to all members, please try to organize these types of programs. Like last time we had a program at Indore and Ujjain, 2 days, but totally packed program. And I won't mind to come and give these programs, these types of programs. I always share my programs, my visits, where I am visiting, so that we can interact and do many things. Like I am in advance telling our guests from USA, if they are there or they have left, they are there, Mr. Deepansha and others, that from 23rd July to 11th of August, I am there. Please organize the programs in school, colleges. I am not going for vacation. I am not bothered for that. People are calling me, so they want to spend time with them. My main motto is to create this thing, because our Rotary Club is established because to create the organ donation awareness, to create the infrastructure, and to have more and more Interact and Rotaract clubs. So this is the thing which we are going to do next week. If any other things, otherwise go right now over to you, Rotarian Ritika Gupta.
Thank you very much. Moving to the final leg of the meeting, I request Rotarian Dr. Santosh Kumar to please give a vote of thanks.
Thank
Sure.
you so much, Ritika ji. In fact, I would first like to propose a very hearty vote of thanks to our expert, Ms. Neha, for delivering the talk on nutrition. It was so interesting that everybody was engrossed, and the kind of discussion we had, the question answer from all the experts. I think almost everybody has some deep insight of nutrition and all. Still, people were asking questions. That shows the interest you generated among all of us. And I'm sure that all the participants here have taken note of your suggestions, and we will do diet modification in our day-to-day life. I think that at the end of the day, as we say, the taste of pudding is in eating. So whatever we have discussed, I'm sure that it will motivate each one of us to do our diet modification and implement whatever we have discussed. So with this, thanks again. And over to you, Dr. Ritika ji.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Neha ji. It was a very, very enlightening session. We can now just end the meeting.